we've been making suspension since 1958. Ironman 4x4 is the oldest Australian off-road brand, and our heritage is suspension. We started out making leaf springs for Ford and Mack trucks after World War II, and that was kind of the company's main business. So suspension is just what we do. It's the foundation of everything, and we build upon that. And now we've grown to the point where we've got a pretty good catalog of all kinds of goodies, but still suspension is the core of what we do. And being Australian, we're very much all about just keeping it simple and having things be reliable and sensible for folks and still providing that good value. The main thing is we're using a different technology than nitrogen gas because we don't want to have issues with cavitation and emulsification from a gas-oil mixture combination. There's tons of ways to get around it, but then you're engineering a lot more complexity and cost into a shock. And for most folks that just want a shock that works just like their Toyota or their Jeep or whatever, they just want something that just does the job that they don't have to worry about, and they can just set it and forget it. They don't want to have more chores, because a lot of the race suspension that's out there, it performs fantastic, but it has a really high maintenance curve. And I'll go into more of that later. But so the foam cell technology allows us to have more oil in the shock than a natural gas of a similar spec and size. We have no pressure in it whatsoever, so you can, these are also fully rebuildable. And because there's no pressure, you can rebuild this at home on your workbench. All right, you can just take it off your truck, pop the top off, pull the guts out, new seal in, new oil in, screw it back on, and you're done. You don't need special nitrogen fuel needle tools and valve tanks and all this nonsense. You can rebuild these at home. So for the military, that was really crucial. Is it's field serviceable. Like I said, I've shot it with double-aught buck and 5.56. It actually will take rounds, which is very, very nice when you're out cruising through the Rocky Mountains. I don't know. If you're getting shot at in the Rockies, you're doing it wrong. Anyway, so for most folks, it just kind of checks those boxes. I don't want more chores when I spend money on suspension. I don't want to have buy two sets of shocks. So one shock can be getting rebuilt every 5,000, 10,000 miles, and I can still keep my vehicle operational. I want to have a mobile vehicle. I don't want to have, it's part of your mobility plan. You don't want your vehicle down. You want to be able to run your vehicle. You want to be able to get out and play on the weekends, go on a nice long trip, but then you still got to get to work on Monday in the same truck usually. So we check a lot of the boxes for that. The other thing is we don't use Heims or spherical bearings or COM10 bearings as the mounts. We use natural rubber bushings, just like OEM. Spherical bearings are fantastic for a race application because they get rid of a lot of slop, and from a driver's input from the wheel, you can really get a lot of precise handling and feel that is now, through your suspension. So it's good to get rid of a lot of bushings when you're building a race vehicle. But again, I'm not racing the Baja 1000. I need something like rubber to absorb all that high frequency vibration from the road and the highway. So shocks are really good at absorbing larger frequency or bigger hits, but road noise and road chatter, that NVH from the highway, natural rubber is going to be the best at absorbing that. You want comfort in your daily driver. So for a daily driver application, you've got beef, you've got reliability, you've got more oil, which gives you better performance, better cooling. You've got comfort features as well. We've got different valving options for depending on the load of the vehicle. And then again, you've got a shock that doesn't have that rebound characteristic from compressing gas. Like I said, it's, I'll squish it and it'll just stay squished. Because the spring is also going to squish with the shock and it's going to rebound for you. So it allows me to tune the rebound stroke on this exactly for the vehicle. I don't have to tune it to counter the compression of the gas. So it's a little nerdy, but it just gives you a better performing shock. This is not bolt-on jewelry. These do not look pretty, but they just do the job. They do what they say they're going to do on the box. They're affordable, and it's good performance suspension that most folks need when they're out in the backcountry to improve over stock without having to break the bank. Because the best place you can put money into your vehicle is in the gas tank. If you're not putting money in the gas tank, you're not getting out and exploring. So we want to have a solution that's a little bit easier on the wallet for folks, but it can check all those boxes. We've got a 4-year warranty. These are fully rebuildable. We sell rebuild kits. I think I've sold 2 in like 4.5 years. These things just run forever.
That's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got way over 100,000 miles on my 4Runner on my Foam Cell Pros. I haven't touched them. Now they look like hell. They're just beat to snot. I mean, they're rashed up. They just look nasty and used, but I don't care. I didn't buy them to look pretty.
Well,
You know, I bought them to do the job, and I don't have to think about my suspension.